Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another live stream and the live call-in show. Today, guys, we're going to be discussing whether Chelsea could potentially challenge for the title. Now, I'm not saying that we are going to, but obviously now with the gap 1 point to Manchester City in second place, conversation has started to centre around whether Chelsea could potentially mount a title challenge. So we're going to be diving into that. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on it, and you guys are going to have your chance to call in, have your say on it, and have your say on anything else Chelsea related that you wish to do so. Big up to everyone that's locked in, by the way, guys. I will pin the link at the top of the chat very shortly. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you are new round here. Another big week ahead for Chelsea. 2 more fixtures. Heidenheim away in the Conference League on Thursday, and then that huge game against Aston Villa Aston Villa on Sunday. Which is a big one in the race for the top 4, and a game that we must win. We're going to build up to that, later on in the week. Let's have a quick look at the chat first, and then we're going to dive into things. If we're still top 3, if we're still in that top 3 race come January, maybe they should look into bolstering the defence and getting an upgrade in attack. I'm not sure we're going to sign anyone in attack in January. Defence is a possibility, depending on if anyone leaves, but I would imagine that those 2 positions, unless a very good opportunity presents itself in January, they will be left until the summer. I think Chelsea should target for Chelsea this season is getting top 4. Fair enough. Sanchez is not a title-winning goalkeeper. No, he's not. Yes, big up, brother. Hope you're good. Yes, big up, bro. Chelsea wins a title 24-25. We're going to win the title this year. I'm not sure we're going to win the title this year. I would rein the brakes in on that one. But, a good win against Leicester at the weekend, 2-1. Obviously, I was there. First time I've spoken live about the game. Got the job done. Played reasonably well, controlled the game for large parts. Probably should have scored a few more goals. But at the end of the day, we got out of jail. We got out there with the 3 points, which is what we went there to do. Tricky circumstances, potentially terrible weather. Maresca's returned to the King Power. Early kickoff. First game after an international break. A lot of players that had done a lot of travelling over that international break. And, it could have potentially been a banana skin. So it was great to get out of there with the 3 points and move on to the next one. I'd rather leave transfers until the summer unless I thought, yep, I agree. I agree with that one. But let's have a quick look at the table then, guys, because things are starting to shape up a little bit. Yes, we're still only 12 games in, but we're coming towards December, the Christmas period. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this next run of games. But as you can see here, Liverpool kind of running away with things. We're 9 points off Liverpool. We've only lost 1 game less than them, but we've had 3 more draws. So that's why the gap is as it is. But look, we're a point behind Man City in second, and the table is still very tight. Look, okay, we've opened up a gap on. Well, I mean, 5th place is we're only 3rd on goal difference. We're level on points of Arsenal and Brighton, who are having a ridiculous start to the season. But we have got a 3-point gap on Spurs, Forest, Villa. But it could only be a point on Newcastle if they beat West Ham tonight. So look, there's still work to be done. This is why we need to pick up as many 3 points as possible. But if you remember back to last season, Spurs, after a similar stage in the season, were top of the table after 10 games, and people were talking about Spurs having a title challenge. And obviously that was kind of very premature, and inevitably they obviously fell away as Spurs do. But you look at it, and you don't want to make early predictions or wild claims about Chelsea challenging for the title this season. You absolutely don't. But if you make a comparison to Maresca's style of football that he's implementing at Chelsea compared to what Postecoglou was doing at Tottenham last season, it feels like the way that Maresca's playing, that the environment that he's creating at Chelsea is a lot more sustainable. It doesn't seem as intense as Tottenham style. And it appears that this style that we're playing in the long term is probably going to be less susceptible to injuries, as we're seeing. We're picking up very, very few injuries at the moment if you contrast it with the injuries that we had last season. And look, long run, I don't think there's going to be much of a drop-off from us this season. The intensity, I don't think we played with a sort of a overbearing intensity. I think it's manageable over a 38-game season. We've got a lot of players at the moment who are only playing one game a week. We've got the A and B team, even though Maresca says it's not. We've got a lot of players playing once a week, and that intensity over the season is very, very manageable. And I would say at this point in time, we're probably the most well cut to disrupt what Liverpool are doing. They've played some difficult fixtures. They're playing attractive football. And, we've got to show some sort of maturity. Now, look, I'm not sitting here and saying that we're going to finish ahead of Manchester City or we're going to challenge for the title. But it's just a shame that we're not a year further on in our development, because the league looks like it's very much there for the taking. I know Liverpool are 8 points clear at the moment and they are the standout team right now, but I actually don't think they've been like, oh my God, wow, unbelievable. It's just that no one else has been able to take advantage because everyone else is obviously dropping points as well. So it's very difficult to say where we're going to finish. And I think that one thing that is very clear is that the league, on the evidence so far, is arguably the closest that it's ever been, the most competitive it's ever been, and the closest it's ever been. And that in itself represents its own challenges. I think us, Tottenham, City, it's going to be very, very tight in and amongst that sort of second, third, fourth. But even though, like Liverpool at the moment, they are 8 points clear, Liverpool played any difficult away fixtures yet? I know they went to Old Trafford, biggest rivals, but that was on the Ten Hag. And yes, Liverpool's record at Old Trafford's not been great, but that was a relatively straightforward fixture for them. Have they been to any big away games yet? No, they haven't. Have they played us away? No, they've played Arsenal away. They've played Arsenal away. But that's the only big away game they've had. Have they been to Villa? Have they been to Newcastle? They haven't been to these places yet. So whilst it looks like Liverpool are kind of making a bit of a breakaway with the league at this point in time, let's wait and see how they're looking, when it comes round, when it gets to the new year, when it gets to those games that they're playing against the big teams away from home. Obviously, if they beat Man City this weekend coming, then they'll be 11 points clear of City, which is big. But then they might only be 9 points clear of us. So who knows what we can do? But Liverpool, whilst they're looking good right now, it's not a foregone conclusion, by the way. They will lose more games. They will go through a difficult patch. And it's about which team can show the most maturity and which team can show the most consistency. And what Chelsea have got right now over the other teams is that we've got more consistency. Right now, we're more consistent than Tottenham. We're more consistent than Arsenal. And at this present point in time, we are more consistent than Manchester City. Now, the big question for this young team is can we keep up that level of consistency for the remainder of the season? And there's going to be several factors in that. Injuries is going to be one key. It's going to be one of them. How we develop as a side is going to be another one. But given the fact that a lot of these players, as I mentioned, are going to be playing once a week, not many of them are going to play twice a week. There is an opportunity here for us to do something potentially decent in the league. Any season, right? There is a possibility for a team to step up and do something unexpected. And why couldn't that be us? Stranger things have happened in football. The script, I'm not saying the script is written, but it's very, very open, and it is there for the taking for a team to put a run of results together in the build-up, in this run-up to Christmas now, and put themselves in a very, very good position that they maybe wouldn't have expected to be in. The fact that Arsenal are 9 points off the top as well. You wouldn't have expected that. No one would have expected City to be playing the way that they're playing, but obviously write them off at your peril. Despite the fact they've lost 3 Premier League games in a row, they are still second in the table, which goes to show they are still the second best team in the league, regardless of how well, everyone else has been doing. People talk about Chelsea having a good season. City have lost 3 in a row, and we're still behind them, and they're going through a very, very difficult period, and we're still not ahead of them in the table. Spurs are so hit and miss. Only Tottenham could lose to Ipswich, but then go to the Etihad and win 4-0, and you probably then see Spurs lose against Fulham this weekend coming. So you look at it, and for me, the big thing is going to be which team can be the most consistent. If Chelsea can put a good run together and find some level of consistency, which we have shown throughout parts of this season so far. I know it's only 2 wins in our last 6. We went for a difficult run of fixtures, but it's only 1 loss as well, by the way. So if we can just cut some of those draws out and turn those into wins, then there's no reason why we can't put a very decent run together, in my opinion, and maybe do something. But like, part of me just feels like there's something weird about this season, and there's an opportunity there for someone to do something and achieve something that not many or anyone would have expected before the season began. Now, I'm not saying that Chelsea can finish second, but second or third place for us is not out of the question. It is there for the taking. Yes, bro. I'm literally. It's going to go in imminently. It's going to go in very shortly. Don't worry, guys. The call-in show will. The link will be appearing in the chat very shortly. I'm just going to go through a couple of bits and pieces. People, make sure you're smashing the likes. We're on 23 likes. Let's try and run this up to 50 likes if we can. As soon as we get to 50 likes, the link will be in the chat. So let's run it up, guys. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Smash that like button, guys. Get this to 50 likes. And yeah, let's get this show on the road. What are you lot saying in the chat? Guys, let me know your thoughts. Title challenge potentially. Do you think Chelsea can finish higher than 4th? Is a 3rd or a 2nd place attainable? Let me know your thoughts, guys. And the table is tight. Let's not get carried away by the wins. No, the table is tight. We're not trying to sign Patrick Bamford. Who's saying that? No, that's not the title, but a trophy. Yes, Liverpool win it, I think, but we have come together well now. Maresca is taking us the right way. He absolutely is, and that's why there's almost a sense of just like a little bit disappointed that if only we were a year further on in our development, this could have maybe been a little bit of a different conversation. Liverpool beat City, they'll be 11 points clear. They will be. Yes, big up, big up. Thank you, brother. Chelsea could be second next week if we beat Aston Villa and City lose to Liverpool. Well, if we beat Villa and City City draw or lose, then yeah, we will move into second place. Yeah, it's mental that they are playing really badly at the moment, but they're still second in the league. So what does that say about everyone else? Yeah, I've done that. Would be typical Arsenal. They challenged recently, and then at times City go missing. They're nowhere to be seen. Yeah, well, that seems to be what's happening right now. City, whilst they're still doing reasonably well in terms of their league position, they're going for a very difficult run of form. And Arsenal, you would have thought, would be the team that would be taking advantage of this. If anyone would have said that, if someone said to me after 12 games there'd be a team that are 8 points clear at the top of the table, I wouldn't have said it was Liverpool. I would have told you that it was Arsenal. That's what I would have said. But yeah, it's not the case. Yes, big up, bro. I would take 3rd and winning the Conference League, and that would be great season for Chelsea. Yep. Honestly, as I wrote to you early in the season, the way he's going, where City are in such a deep crisis, Arsenal, Liverpool not perfect, as we noticed from Southampton. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But I don't want anyone to think for 1 second I'm getting carried away and thinking that Chelsea are going to suddenly win the league or whatever. No, I'm absolutely not saying that. A target man makes top 4 guaranteed. We've got enough with the squad as it is right now to finish in the top 4. We don't need to add anything to get into the top 4. To challenge for the title, we still need to add, absolutely. But in terms of to finish in the top 4, we've got enough right now. For me, I want to see where we are in January before I put us in that title challenge conversation. Yeah, I agree. If we're still knocking about and we're say within 5 or 6 points of the top of the table in January, then the title conversation becomes a lot more serious. Right now, for me, it's not that serious at all. But if we are in a position, guys, come January, where maybe we're 2nd or 3rd in the league, maybe we're only 5 or 6 points behind Liverpool, then you kind of have to have the conversation about it. You sort of have to. Yes, big up, brother. We don't concede set pieces anymore. We haven't conceded that many. Yes, big up, bro. Big up. I'll be totally happy if we finish 3rd or 2nd in the league. Definitely will not win a title this season because I cannot see Liverpool dropping any points at the moment. Yeah, look, right now you can't see it, but things can change very, very quickly in football. Guys, we need 10 more likes to the 40 likes mark. Come on, people. At 40 likes, we're going to open up the line. So make sure you're smashing that like button, guys. Get it up to 40 likes. Let me know in the chat when we're on 40 likes and I'll put the link in. Yes, big up, Carlton. Difficult to win a title, but try and stay in the top 4. Great show as always. Appreciate you, bro. Chelsea might go for something close to the title if we take our next 9 to 10 games seriously, and if City and Arsenal flop. All we can do is just focus on ourselves. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. If we take care of our own business, take it game by game, let's just see where we end up. This run of fixtures is favourable for us, but there's some difficult ones in there. Fulham on Boxing Day is not going to be easy. Brentford at home is a fixture we've struggled with in recent times. Everton away is a notoriously difficult fixture for us. Poor record. I mean, we've got Tottenham and Southampton away coming up soon as well. Difficult games. I know Southampton are down at the bottom and they're struggling, but they probably should have got something from that Liverpool game yesterday. So, whilst the fixture run is more favourable, it's still pretty tricky for us. Do you think the owners reach into their pockets in January if we're really close to the top? Potentially, but again, it depends what is available and what the price is right. We're not going to do anything if the opportunity is not right and the deal's not good. Goalkeepers typically do not cost much money, so we're looking for an upgrade like Hermanson. Yeah, not in January. It's not a game at a time, and we are as good as any team in this league. Throws up some curveballs. Yeah, look, right now, we are as good as anyone else in the league, bar Liverpool. There's not much difference right now between City, Chelsea, Arsenal. There just isn't. There's not an awful lot of difference between the way that those 3 teams are playing. 9 points clear is too big of a gap. Look, yes, it is big. Of course it is, but it's not insurmountable. Liverpool aren't going to keep winning. But again, it depends whether the other teams are in a position to take advantage of any defeats or drop points that they have. Liverpool put themselves in a brilliant position now where they can afford to lose 2 games and still be ahead. So yeah, that makes it a little bit difficult for others involved. Yes. Run it up. Yeah, look, I think a striker will come in the summer. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't think it will be a big name, by the way, guys. But yeah, I think a striker will come in the summer, and yeah, we will see how we get on. Yeah, next 5 games. I mean, I don't think Southampton did a double over us in the season. They got pretty relegated, didn't they? Southampton doubled us home and away under Potter. Well, it was under Tuchel and Potter. Yeah, they are. Brentford, Villa, Tottenham, and Southampton are not easy fixtures. Yeah, they're not easy fixtures at all. Yeah, but you got to be wary of wounded teams. Villa, despite being in a poor run of form, they've got 1 win in their last 6 Premier League games. Like, they're still only 3 points behind us. Villa beat us, and we're level on points again. Villa are 8th, and we're 3rd. So, do you know what I mean? Like, you can quite quickly drop a number of places very easily. Yeah, he is. I'm a big fan of Delap. Ferguson is someone people know in this chat I like. Yeah, his stocks have dropped a little bit, though. I would imagine that Delap is probably ahead of Ferguson in terms of Chelsea's thinking right now. Look, like Ronald Araujo, but I can't see that happening in a million years. The only Araujo that will join Chelsea will probably be Thomas Araujo from Benfica. Yeah, bro, it's a madness. It's a madness. For whatever reason, we can't seem to beat them. They just seem to do us in at Stamford Bridge. It's mad. Yeah, we've got a few bogey teams coming up. And we need to set the record straight, guys. We need to set the record straight. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. I think, though, that's what will happen in January. If anything, maybe 1 or 2 come in terms of younger ones with a view to the future. But in terms of actual players coming into the first team squad, I don't see that many happening. But what I do see happening is a number of players being moved on. Guys, 4 more likes. Run it up. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and then you guys can come in and have your say. Has Enzo Fernandez gone back to his form? It's probably a little bit early, but certainly the last few games have been impressive. I think it's 6 assists in his last 3 or 4 games, which is pretty good going. New striker, but Jackson has to be kept. Jackson's going to be kept, no doubt about it. Yeah, that'll be something that waits to the summer at the absolute earliest. I don't think Chelsea got any plans right now for a new goalkeeper, but yeah, let's wait and see. Right, guys, 3 more likes. Run it up, people. I'm going to get the link ready for the chat. We're going to pin it in, but we need to smash up 3 more likes, guys. So let's get to work, people. Let's get to work. Link is in the chat. I'm just going to pin it. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pin it now to the chat. So, guys, link is in the chat now. If you want to come in and have your say, come in and have your say, guys. It's now pinned to the top of the chat, so make sure you are clicking that link. Come in. No funny business. Here we go. Right, first one straight in. Adrian, what we saying? You good?
Yeah, what we saying, Charlie? What we saying, man? Is the mic good?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. What's happening?
Yeah, bro. I like the way you're thinking about things, man. I'm with you on one thing. It's just like Liverpool have got such a big gap, so I don't want Chelsea fans to overdo the title talks right now. Let's just focus on Villa. Let's try and get some momentum going. This was our first win in a while, right? Because we drew a couple of games, so let's just keep getting the wins in forward. Because I don't know if I think you covered it a little bit, but if you look at the table, right, Arsenal, and Brighton are on the same points, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And with the current way the league is right now, especially this usually happens in December anyways, but we've got to just keep racking up wins. It doesn't matter what the performance is right now because the games are going to be coming fast and quick, right? Performances are going to dip here and there because it's just so many games at once. We just need to get the results. We need to get the wins. And then if in January we're within 6 points, I think we can have that conversation and the club have to look at that and be like, okay, maybe we have to make one move to maybe help us in that situation. Regarding the long term,
yeah, go on. No,
okay,
go on, mate. Yeah,
I was just saying regarding the long term situation because I think you've seen the reports as well about how the club's looking to recruit. I think we got to be careful about selling players as well because the squad is bloated. Like 10, I still can't believe that 10 goalkeepers on the books. That's kind of crazy. I can't lie. So either we have to look at promoting one of them because I think we both can agree. I don't know. Were you at the game? Like Sanchez, man, should really be saving that RU penalty, but
yeah, he should have done. But look, I think the recruitment's an interesting point. Like I think we are in a good position, and look, you don't want to be greedy, you don't want to get carried away. But a little part of me feels like we were like a year if this season was next season, and we were a year further into our development. Maybe you can have a bit of a different conversation about. Right? We do have to be careful, but yeah. So just on the recruitment briefly, like. The recruitment on the whole has been pretty good. And I think I've learnt myself, and I'm sure other fans have, like, not to be too quick to judge in terms of when you hear names linked with Chelsea, if you've not heard of them or they've not done an awful lot, it doesn't mean they're bad. I think a lot of the scouting has actually been pretty good. I was one in the summer when you hear about Omarodion being linked with the club, you're sort of thinking, what are we doing? But actually you look at how these guys have gone on to do at their other clubs. I'm already doing very well at Porto. Duran as well as another one we're linked with. I think a lot of Chelsea fans probably weren't particularly keen on either of those players. We could have done with one of those players this season, to be honest, just to offer a different profile. Massive fan of Nicholas Jackson. I think he's one of the best in the league at this point in time. We do need an alternative option up there, a different profile, a physical profile. Which is why I think someone, for example, like a Liam Delap, let's wait and see how he does for the remainder of this season. But he's definitely someone that Chelsea are looking at.
I'm with you on that one, Charlie. I like Delap. I've said in the chat about where my preference is just because I look at how our team is playing and the type of striker we need. And that's the only reason I go the way I do. I do like Delap as well a lot.
We need a box presence. That's the big thing that's missing.
Absolutely.
Because as good as Jackson is, aerially is probably his weakest part of his game.
Absolutely.
And I just think, like, if you want to mix something up, if you want to like chuck Delap on for like 20 minutes at the end, you could even go both of them up top if you want to try something different. But if you look, every time we're putting balls into the box, right, I'm not saying it's useless, but because there's no physicality and there's no physical profile at the top end of the pitch, Jackson's got a bit of physicality, but if you have that different profile, which is why Omarodion would have been good because he is that same kind of profile. The lack of similar profile. And look, everyone loves a big name. Everyone would love a Gyökeres, for example. But I spoke about this the other day. As much as you'd love a big name, if you actually sort of think about what's going to be most beneficial for Chelsea in the long term, a big name probably isn't it. If the club believe in Jackson as much as they say they do, then people need to prepare themselves for the fact that Gyökeres is most likely not coming next summer. I think Osimhen is done. I think you're going to very much look at maybe an Omarodion potentially gets revisited. And if Delap continues to have a very good season, then that for me is one of the most obvious transfers to Chelsea when you think about it. You know, he come through the academy at City, knows Maresca, knows Joe Shields, is in the age profile, is a physical profile of player, which we don't have. It ticks all the boxes. Like, I think people need to be prepared that a big name striker, if they're wanting one, that probably is not going to happen.
And I don't think people should overreact to that. And I don't want to take too much of your time because I believe that.
No, it's cool, bro. Crack on.
But I don't think people should overreact to that because I do think that might, in the end, be the most sensible idea to do. Because I think there is cracks in this side, but because of the way that Maresca is dealing with them and the way that the team is moving in a year's time, I think with the players as well that are developing on loan as well, like our loan system this year, I feel like has been a lot better than last year. In terms of how we've chosen the clubs for them to go to and develop. I think Andre Santos is having a really good year.
Yeah, no, he is. He's captain last night for Strasbourg already.
He's got everything you want, and I believe like maybe it's just me because I've only watched like 3 or 4 games, so I haven't got a good like sample size to like fully give the evaluation. But I think he can step in next year and really contribute. And so that's the reason why I look at this situation and say, you know what, in a year's time, we don't need to spend a lot of money. We need to focus on clearing the books, streamline the squad to make it as easy of Maresca to manage it. Let's just bring in like a young striker who could do that role, like we said. I mean, I know I love Evan Ferguson, but I love Liam Delap as well. One of those types of strikers. Maybe you look at selling Sanchez if you can. I know that contract's going to be difficult to move, right? You also have other goalkeepers you can have a look at. We'll see. I don't know. I've not been convinced of Jorgensen in the Conference League, but is what it is.
It's hard to judge though, isn't it? Because he's not really had anything to do.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
The one game where I was disappointed in him was the Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, but then everyone was crap in that game, so I don't want to hold that against him too much. But I think Jorgensen's still a very much an unknown quantity. Like we don't know how good he is. You know, he's 22, which is actually very young for a goalkeeper. You don't see goalkeepers really hit their best until they're like almost 30. So, yeah. I mean, they seem to develop at a slower rate than outfield players do.
It's tough to evaluate. It's like 26 is the peak, and it's tough to evaluate whether, you know, this club has been very closely linked to someone like Hermansen. I know someone at Leicester, there was a report saying that they were very close to that's happening. So and I love Hermansen as a goalkeeper. I think that performance with Arsenal was unreal. So I think there is something there. So if we're looking at it saying, spend a couple million on Hermansen because goalkeepers don't cost that much historically. You get a Delap or a Ferguson for like a good, acceptable fee. You move on as many players as you can that don't fit what Maresca wants because that's going to be the most difficult part. Maybe you bring in like a left back, like a Lukeba, whatever we've been linked with, or whatever. You just focus on bringing in the players who've done well. Streamline the squad. You bring in the 1 or 2 key additions, like we said, with the centre forward and the goalkeeper. And I think this squad can go all the way.
Yeah, no, bro, I agree. Last thing, mate. What are your thoughts? I know it's a little. I know we've still got Thursday and Sunday to go. What are your thoughts on the fixtures this week, briefly? What are you expecting?
So I expect heavy rotation, obviously, in the Conference League, right? I think Felix will probably get another start in the Conference League, and Nkunku as well, just to get the minutes as well. I wouldn't be adverse. Now I haven't checked the list again of the squad, so I need to double check if Sancho is part of the Conference League squad or available for that.
Yeah, no, he is. He is part of the squad.
So I think it might be worth giving him some minutes just so he can get like in the rhythm because
I think Sancho and Mudryk probably start on Thursday.
Because I do think like when Sancho starts, we are a little bit more creative because then you can't just mark Palmer out of the game. So I do think it's worth giving him some chance in this, like getting minutes to just get him that rhythm, because I think against Villa that's going to be our biggest test in this run. And if we can just get the points in that game, because that's going to be the big game, obviously, I think we'll be good. Now Villa, that's a tough game. You said it very well with the wounded animal analogy. Just get the points. Caicedo, I think, will have a good game, and hopefully we just win that game and head on from there. No,
absolutely, bro. I'm going to move on to the next person. Thanks for coming on as always. Appreciate the support, brother. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Right, let's move on to the next one. Guys in the chat, make sure you are smashing that like button still. What are we on? 42 likes. Let's get this up to 50 likes as quickly as possible, people. Links at the top of the chat. We've got 3 people waiting, so let's just dive on with things. Rayan, what are we saying? You good?
What's up? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. I'm good. What are you saying? How you feeling about Chelsea at the moment? What do you think is possible for us this season?
First of all, I said Villa, Tottenham. We had to win this game, keep it top three, and we had to get Champions League title race. No chance.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. No, look, I hear it. I agree. But I do think if we're second or third come January and we're maybe 5, 6, 7 points off the top, then I think there's a bit more of a serious conversation that maybe something mad could potentially be possible. But look, I do agree. Right now it's too early. Let's see how we come through this Christmas period, these fixtures in the run up to Christmas. Let's see if we can put 4, 5, 6 wins on the board in this period, then there's no then maybe something strange can happen. As I said, the league is so close. It feels like it's the closest it's been, and it feels like there's definitely opportunities for a team to potentially do something that they might not expect, might not have been expected. But I mean, what's impressed you most about us so far this season? What have you liked?
Let's see Maresca. See how he keep big teams like Spurs or some like Spurs. Let's see how he do with Spurs in the games too. That's a tough match too. Like,
Yeah, we got some difficult games. So do you think that that's probably the one thing where we need to improve is our performances against the big teams? Not necessarily performances, but results. Because look, we played well at Liverpool, we didn't win. The Old Trafford game was against United was poor.
even
Arsenal,
City.
first game of the season, I think that's a little bit. I kind of give that one a bit of a pass. But then obviously Arsenal, I don't think we played badly. We created enough chances to win that game, but we didn't quite do enough. But
United too.
yeah, United was a tricky one. But I mean, mate, last thing, how are you feeling about this week? We've obviously got 2 games. What are you expecting in the Conference League on Thursday, and how are you feeling about Villa on Sunday?
Conference League, we're qualified. Easy.
Yeah.
We could get it. We will get the group. Trust me. We will get the group. Who are playing?
Heidenheim, so German side. I mean,
away or home?
It's in Germany. I actually don't even know where. I wonder where they are in the Bundesliga table. I don't think they're
exactly. That's why I asked you.
Let's have a look where they are quickly. Heidenheim they're 15th in the Bundesliga.
It's gonna be weak.
Yeah, they've won. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. So yeah, they're 15th in the league.
We won comes the league, and at Villa, it will be easy or draw.
Yeah. I mean, look, we've had some exciting games with Villa recently. We had the 2-2 at Villa Park last season. I think they beat us at Stamford. I think they beat us at Stamford Bridge 1-0. I think I remember Ollie Watkins scored. So look, Villa aren't doing they're in a difficult run of form at the moment.
They have injuries.
Yeah, it's 1 win in their last 6 Premier League games. But having said that, they're more than capable of coming to Stamford Bridge and beating us. If they win, we're level on points with them. So it just goes to show kind of how close the table really is. But mate, thank you for coming on. We're going to move on to the next. We've still got a few more waiting, so we're going to move on now. Brother, thank you for calling in.
You too.
Bro. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, cheers. You too.
Nice one. Right. Let me go through a few things in the chat, guys, and then we will. I'll get the next people on. Let's try to sign Ruben Diaz. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Big up to all the Chelsea fans in Korea. Love. Yes, people, run these likes up. Run them up. What are we on? 48. Let's get this to 50. This is very, very easy to do, guys. Let's go to a few more things in the chat. Everyone has clicked well, but defense has to be sorted and goalkeeper Sanchez get rid. I agree. But getting rid of Sanchez, easier said than done. Yeah, it looks like they are on Reddit. I enjoy watching your video. I'm from Korea. Love, brother. Hope you're doing well. Right, let's move on to the next one. CFC Mabast, if I've pronounced that correctly. Bro, how you doing?
Big up, Charlie.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah, talk to me, bro. What are you saying? How are you feeling about things?
I'm feeling good. You know, Chelsea winning his Leicester 2-1. Happy with the win. That's what we needed.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, look, we're still sitting third. We've managed to close the gap to Man City now to 1 point. Again, I'm trying not to think about other teams, just focus on what we're doing, and what other teams do doesn't really matter. But I mean, what do you think's potentially possible for us this season? I mean, I don't want to I'm not getting carried away or anything, but it feels like third place could be there for the taking. And
I will not be surprised if you finish second.
Yeah, I was going to say, brother, it feels like maybe, I know there's still a long way to go, but it does feel like that second, third, fourth, those positions are very much up for grabs. And it could be
anything less than that is shambles.
Yeah, bro, we'll finish top four. I'm pretty certain we'll finish top four. But I mean, what do you think's possible? I mean, for me, I put the ceiling for us this season at second, absolute best. But
same here.
With the way the season's going, you just never know. You just never know. Things can't be ruled out.
Yep, true. I'm happy for Nicholas Jackson. He's doing well for us.
Yeah,
he's the most important. He's one of the most important players. Even if he doesn't score goals for Chelsea, he contributes a lot to the attack.
Yeah, bro.
He can do what Harry Kane does.
Yeah, brother. I hear you. You know,
he can make long diagonal passes. You know.
Yeah, he's one of them that is now finally getting the respect that he deserves. He had a good season last season, by the way. 14 Premier League goals in your debut season is very good. But you know the way that he's spoken about, he missed a lot of chances last season, right? We know that. You know, if his finishing,
I blame Pochettino, man.
If his finishing was how it's been at this season, then that was a 20 goals. That was a 20-goal season in the league last season. He's on course right now. He's on course right now to get 20 goals. He's already got 7. He's already halfway to his total from last season. And for me, in terms of an overall,
he's got 13 GNAs.
He's fantastic.
13 GNAs.
Yeah, he's very, very good, mate. You know, he's so important to how we play. And you know, people talk to me about like, why doesn't Nkunku play more? Just watch that first goal against Leicester. You know, that doesn't happen. You know, Nkunku doesn't do that off the ball work. You know, he's got his own qualities and whatnot, but you only have to look what Jackson's done this season. There's a reason he started every Premier League game, and you know, he showed it on Saturday.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I prefer Jackson over Abraham, in my opinion. Yes, Abraham did score a lot of goals during the 9-20 season, but I still prefer Jackson over Abraham.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, look, Tammy was
Abraham can't do what Jackson does.
No. But there's not, to be honest, though, like there's not. This might sound a bit mad, and I'm not getting carried away, but there's not that many. There's not that many strikers with Jackson's skill set. Now, I'm not saying there's none, but there's not many that possess that all-round skill set. Are there strikers with better finishing? Absolutely. Are there more clinical strikers? Yeah, of course there are. But if we're talking overall package, right, in terms of finishing, in terms of link-up play, hold-up play, what he does for the team, there's not many that are better than him. And I was having this conversation after the Leicester game on the way home, right? And like, you'd be hard pushed, right, to find a better all-round striker in the league right now than Jackson.
Charlie,
Haaland is better than Jackson, right, in terms of as a striker, but all-round play in terms of everything. I actually don't think there's a better one than Jackson.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, all good, brother.
And also, we need a goalkeeper. Sanchez is not good enough for Chelsea. Go get me Diogo Costa from Porto.
Yeah, I mean, look,
he's 6'2". He's got decent height, good on the ball, good shot stopper as well.
You know, look, I don't know if Chelsea are going to go for a goalkeeper. I don't know what the plans are for the club in regards to a keeper. Given that we've signed so many recently, I think anyone talking about a goalkeeper in January can forget that. It's just not going to happen.
I don't think we're going to sign anyone in January.
No, I agree. And do you know what? that, whilst it might
Just
be a
like
bit
we did
boring,
last year or the year
yeah,
before.
whilst it might be a bit boring for fans, like
Mhm.
ultimately a good window for Chelsea is actually not signing anyone because
Yep.
we've bought so many players. Let's just continue developing what we've got.
Yes.
If an opportunity is there and it's too good to turn down and it's what we need and it improves us, let's go for it. But I actually think we're now going to see, right, we've done pretty much all of our recruitment. I think in the upcoming windows, it's very much going to be a case of, for us, it's going to be selling players, and then when we get to the summer,
So in that, would you mean?
yeah. Selling players that we don't need, or selling players
Yeah,
that,
some players that are not good enough.
yes, so
Like what Liverpool did under Klopp and Pep with
yeah.
Man City
There'll
and
be a few.
Arteta at Arsenal.
Yeah. There'll be a few that move on. But yeah,
Yep.
look, that would be a good window. Just lastly, mate, thoughts on this week coming up? How you feeling? We've got Heidenheim and Aston Villa. Obviously, the Heidenheim
Heidenheim
game,
away in Germany.
yeah, and
Well,
then Villa at
they're in a
home, yeah.
relegation battle
Mm.
in the Bundesliga. I hope we get a win, man, against Heidenheim.
Yeah, no, yeah, we shouldn't have too many issues with that one.
Yeah,
and
true.
then
Villa.
Villa, how are you feeling about that?
Was that at home? Is it at home or away?
Yeah, no, Villa's at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, it's at home.
And hopefully we can get a win because Villa play a high line. So Jackson, Neto, and Palmer will thrive against the teams that play high line.
Yeah. Villa at the moment are conceding a lot of goals, and they're leaving there's a lot of space.
Because defense is rubbish.
Defense has not been good recently. But yeah, bro, thank you for coming on. We're going to move on to the next person.
worries.
Appreciate you as always, brother. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Take care. Up the Chels.
Yes, always.
Always. Yep.
Guys, 60 in the building. 8 more likes required till we hit the 60 likes, people. So what we're going to do is we are going to smash that like button. You're going to run it up. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. So make sure you are coming in and having your say, guys. I want to be hearing from more of you people. Let me go through a few things in the chat and then we'll get the next person in. Jackson needs to work on his discipline. Yeah, for sure. But I think that comes as you mature as a player and as you get older as well. So I don't really have too many concerns about discipline or lack of. If Nkunku goes to another PL team, he'll be a disaster. He's a really good player. Look, Nkunku will get chances in a conference league. He'll get a few opportunities in the Premier League. A lot of games coming up. It's up to him to make the most of the opportunities that he's given. But right now, he's not showing that he deserves to be in ahead of Jackson. What else have we got? We've got plenty of players. Sell some, add 1 or 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah, they lost 5-2 to Leverkusen, I think it was. Gentlemen, we need a right-side defender. Can't rely on or play Gusto all games. Look, Araujo is someone that Chelsea are very interested in. So let's wait and see. What else are we looking at? Yeah, no, I've heard of him. Yeah. Yes, Wes, all good, brother, all good. Aiming in chat, but still listening in. Love for the support as always, bro. Hope you're doing well. Right, let's move on. NJ, you need to connect your camera or mic, mate. I can't let you in at the moment. But yeah, NJ, if you can hear me, bro, you are next up. Here we are, brother. What we saying?
Yeah, hello. How you doing? Can you hear me, Charlie?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. What's happening? You good?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Yeah, all good, bro. All good. Talk to me. How are you feeling about Chelsea? What are you saying?
Yeah, I can hear, I can see all the praise goes to Maresca, but then again, I think he might be the problem as well. What I'm talking about is, you see, when he first came to Chelsea, without even being on the training ground, he just handpicked Sanchez as his number 1. So to me, that was like startling. I mean, we haven't seen all the goalkeepers, but his mind was made up before he comes to the team. He said, "This is my number 1," and we've seen him protecting him after making errors. That is good. I think that will be our downfall this season because he'll just keep on playing Sanchez, and Sanchez will keep on doing what he's doing. That's my only problem. But transforming the team is done very well. Yeah, can't complain. That's my only problem so far.
Yeah, no, bro, I hear you on that. And look, obviously you don't expect him to come out. He's not going to come out and not back his players. Of course, he's going to do that. But I agree. I wonder at what point enough becomes enough. I think, look, the fan base know that that he's not good enough. He's not performing to a high enough standard. He's making costly mistakes, and you don't want it to get to a point where the mistakes end up costing us maybe a place in the Champions League. You see how tight the table is. Making mistakes in big games against better teams is going to be far more costly. So hopefully, it doesn't come to that, but it will be interesting to see at what point Maresca feels enough is enough with Sanchez. How many more mistakes do need to be made before he thinks about making a change. But look, to be perfectly honest, like even with Sanchez in goal, then I still think we can still finish in the top four with Sanchez in goal. Like we have got enough about us with this current squad to qualify for the Champions League. But if we want to be serious about winning the title and things like that, then unless Sanchez suddenly improves, which he's shown no signs of doing, then yeah, a different keeper needs to come in.
No, but Charlie, I would love to believe that. But you see, when you look at the table right now, okay, yes, we're third, sitting on third.
Yeah.
But if you look at the point, there isn't that much difference. That is why even top four, to me, yes, we are doing good, but you see, it's not good for our coach if he says he will stick to Sanchez. Even last game, I mean, he was putting Caicedo under pressure. He made that error. Even he made Caicedo being booked. You see, it's not only his errors, but he makes our players committing fouls, and then in a long run, they will miss crucial games. You see,
Yeah.
for me, yeah, that's not right.
But you happy with everything else? You're quite pleased with what you've seen so far. Happy, where we're at and how things are progressing.
Very happy the way he's making decisions. But another thing that he needs to improve, according to me, is those substitutes. Those substitutes, you
Yeah, I
see,
hear it. Yeah.
he make them too late. You see, 78 minutes, 82 minutes. Yes, I agree. Jackson has been working very hard, but at sometimes you see he must make a decision. 75 minutes, substitute him, throwing in Nkunku, give Nkunku decent time, not 4 minutes, 6 minutes. You see, yeah. So, but
Yeah,
apart
no,
from
bro,
that,
I absolutely hear you on that. I think that's one thing that I was saying to the lads next to me in the ground on Saturday. Like, the changes are too late. Look, ultimately, if you win the games and stuff, it's kind of a bit of a side point, but it is a legitimate thing. Like even in games where we've been chasing it, subs, in my opinion, have been too late, and that's perhaps an area that would like to see a bit of improvement on, in terms of let's make the subs a little bit earlier. Let's try and give these players more of a chance to make an impact. You need a bit more than 10 minutes. Let's give these guys 15, 20. Maybe let's even give them half an hour. But look,
yeah.
I think other than that, things are going well. We're definitely doing much better than I think probably any of us as fans expected us to do. But yeah, bro, last thing, what are you saying about this week coming up? We've got Heidenheim in the Conference League on Thursday night, and then we've got a massive game against Villa on Sunday. How are you feeling about this week?
Heidenheim, let not waste time talking about it. It's a win. We expect a win. The game that I'm a bit worried about is Villa, but we know Villa they're on a poor run. But yeah, we need to make sure not take them lightly. I hope Pedro Neto will be back by then. Gusto will be
Yeah.
back. Yeah, even though, but I'm still positive. I think 2-1, 3-1, or 1-0.
Yeah, bro. I feel confident that we can get the job done. Villa have got a massive Champions League game against Juventus, I think, on Wednesday night. So, yeah, that's going to take a lot more out of them. They're going to be playing their strongest team for that one. But in the Conference League for us, yeah, it's a day later. But, and we're travelling. But, any players that start that game are probably unlikely to start the game on Sunday. So that, again, is a big advantage for us from that perspective. But, yeah, bro, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for your support as always, mate. And we'll catch up again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother. Take care.
Lastly, big up to
Yeah.
you. Thanks for letting us as your followers putting us into the show, having our views. Continue doing that, bro.
No problem, brother. The call-in show is here to stay. I know I've been a little bit inconsistent with it, but it's here to stay. And maybe Monday night will be the night for it, but it will be once a week, every week, guys. So it'll be there. But bro, thank you so much for your kind words. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Cheers. Bye.
Right, guys. Who is next in line? Who's next in line? People keep smashing that like button. How many likes are we on? 55 likes. Let's get this up to 60 likes. Should be more than 60 likes, really, but let's hit 60 likes as our next port of call. Big up to everyone that is locked in. People, there's no one waiting. Let's get some more people on. It's nice. It's always a pleasure to chat all things Chelsea with you guys. So yeah, people, come on through. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Don't be shy. You don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to. But come and say hello. Come and join me. Come and have your say on all things Chelsea. Let's have a look what you man are saying in the chat. If I go to England again, I want to meet you, brother. Come to a Chelsea game. I'll be there. Yeah, that's no problem. Matty, big yourself up. Thank you, brother. I think about this season, we can be second place in Feb with 5 points gap. I mean, look, maybe let's sort of take it one step at a time. Opponents will also make mistakes, and we need to take our points from game to game. Yep, I agree on that one. No, he's never going to throw the gaffer. He's never going to throw him publicly on the bus. Yeah, bro, the away support is always incredible. Always incredible. Really, really good. The Chelsea away support is great. Fantastic. Really good. Best away end of the season so far. Leicester's always a great away end. And yeah, it was a top atmosphere. So big up to all the Chelsea fans that made the trip. Sanchez weren't 30. I think Sanchez was 25. But yeah, it is a poor deal. Yes, big up, brother. Hope you're well. Enzo Maresca's stubborn. He's the Pep clone. Same way they act. That money we bought 12 keepers. We could use that money. Look, for sure. Of course, we like I've said this many times. We should have bought someone. We should have bought a top goalkeeper with the money that we spent. We should have bought a top goalkeeper, but this is the position that we're in right now, and we're just gonna have to suck it up and hope for the best, guys. What else we going? Agree. No keeper. Jan Winder. I think if Jorgensen will keep playing Conference and FA Cup, we can only hope Sanchez doesn't cost us. Agree. No problem, brother. No problem. Is it true about a double suit for the Barcelona defenders? What for Koundé and Araujo? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That was one report in some not very reputable outlet. Look, Koundé's been, was on Chelsea's radar for sure. He almost joined in 2022 under Tuchel, but he went to Barcelona instead. Other than that, I'm not aware of anything with Chelsea and Koundé or Chelsea and Ronald Araujo. So yeah, no, I don't believe so. In terms of defenders, I think we're probably looking at Thomas Araujo, maybe Antonio Silva, and there could be others as well on the list that we potentially don't really know about. No, Chelsea did inquire about Isak in the summer. We tried to do something a little bit opportunistic in terms of the uncertainty surrounding Newcastle and the PSR, But yeah, no, Isak's never going to happen. Way too expensive, and I don't think Chelsea are looking for that type of player. I don't think it's going to be a big name striker. That's the reality. Again, Gyökeres, I don't see it personally. I just don't see it. Guys, the link's pinned to the top of the chat. There's 58 in the building. Anyone want to come in and have a chat? Please do. It would be great to hear from you people. It would be great to hear from you. So yeah, hit the link at the top of the chat and come on in, guys. Come on in. Who else are we waiting for? Who else are we waiting for? We're waiting for people to come in. So yeah, I mean, you'll keep getting messages in the chat, guys. But you know, it'd be nice to speak to one of you. So yeah, the link's pinned to the top of the chat. So come on through, people. Went to England, saw the game versus Brentford, lost 2-0. Nice. Yeah, big fan of Liam Delap. Obviously, we need to see how he develops over the rest of the season, but you know, he ticks the boxes. He's in that age profile. He's 21. He's got box presence. He's a physical profile, and he's exactly what Chelsea don't have in terms of a profile of a striker in their squad. He's similar in a profile to an Omar, for example. I don't know how much money he would cost, but yeah, look, for sure, if Ipswich go down, then there's a very cheap deal to happen there. And for me, it's one of those. It's one of those. It just feels like an obvious transfer. It really does. The away support is always amazing, bro. No, big up, brother. Yeah, bro. It's always the away game's always great fun. Don't get me wrong. It's great to go to Stamford Bridge, but it's brilliant. You know, following the boys on the road. It's a privilege to be able to do it. And it is great fun. Guys, we're 9 likes from 70. Let's run it up. Right, we've got someone in the queue. Lovely. Oh, bro, you need to connect your mic or your camera because I can't add you. So you need to connect your mic or camera. And then I can add you in. But right now I can't add you. You know, you need to connect your mic or camera, and then I'll be able to add you. How many players do you think we're going to sell? Probably 3 or 4. I'd expect, well, whether sell or loan or whatever it's going to be. I heard that Gyökeres wants Barca over Chelsea. Look, Gyökeres to Barcelona makes a lot of sense. Lewandowski, aging centre forward. It makes a lot of sense. Gyökeres to Barcelona. That is one that I could absolutely see. Yeah. I'm part of Chelsea Fan TV as well. Do a lot of stuff with them. And yeah, everyone's all friends. Yeah, bro. I still can't add you because you've got no mic or camera connected. Yeah. Look, I would imagine so. I would absolutely imagine that to be the case. But let's wait and see what happens. I don't know what offer is going to come in for him because he's barely played any football. He literally played 45 minutes against Barrow. That's the only football he's played since fuck knows when. So yeah, I don't know how much of a market there's going to be. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see what happens with that. Yeah, bro, I still can't add you. You know, Koundé's not going to happen. I don't want to spend lots of money on another striker. No, I hear it. No one wants that. Yes, big up, brother. Big up. But yeah, guys, the link's still pinned to the top of the channel. So please do come on through and have your say. We're 8 likes away from 70. We can definitely hit that before the end of the show. So make sure you are running it up, guys. That would mean a lot to me. So please keep smashing that like button. Please keep subscribing to the channel if you are new round here. And yeah, keep letting me know what's going on, guys. Keep letting me know what is happening, people. So yeah, I want to see Sancho left wing and Kunku in the 10 and Neto right wing. Bro, just go. Yeah, there's loads of Chelsea chants on YouTube and things like that. So yeah, crack on, brother. Have a look. Jackson is doing good and he's scoring goals. Yeah, for sure. No one's saying sign a striker to replace Jackson. We just need an alternative option and an alternative profile at the top end of the pitch. This is not a case of getting someone better than Jackson or let's go and replace Jackson. It's not about that at all. It's about having a different profile. And that is what we need. We need a different profile at the top end of the pitch because right now we don't have so yeah, that's the only thing. I think, look, Chelsea believe in Nicholas Jackson and they believe in Jackson as much as they say they do, then yeah, we're going to be in a situation where excuse me, where Jackson will be the first choice striker. Simple as that. Jackson will be the first choice striker, and we'll bring in someone to be a rotation option. That's what I think. That's the route that I think we're going to be going down. Whether that happens or not, only time will tell. Yeah, top player. Brilliant performance against Leicester. Need that to continue. Would he start against Villa? I don't know. Has he done enough to start against Villa? Yes, he has. But it equally wouldn't surprise me at all if Enzo Fernandez was on the bench against Villa and he started Lavia. But, let's wait and see what happens. We need a rapid centre-back. That's why I want that Benfica centre-back. Yeah, for sure, though. Thomas Araujo, we're looking at him. Antonio Silva is another one who is being spoken about as well. So, yeah, there are options, guys. Options, people. We got someone in. Yes, mate. How we doing? You're on mute, I think. No, I still can't hear you. No, I can't hear. Can't hear you. You must be muted. So all good, no problem. He's going to come back on in a sec. Yeah, Cucurella been absolutely fantastic as well. Absolutely outstanding. Big fan of his. And rightfully applauded by the supporters on Saturday. Something that he said after the game was very special to him. Christensen's not. Lewis loves Christensen, but yeah, I don't see Christensen coming back at all. I don't see that happening. What about Sonny? I really hate Tottenham as well, but Sonny's Korean. Yeah, look, top player. He's been absolutely brilliant. Yeah, great guy, great player. Yeah, all good. Moyes better than Rice. Yeah, look, I would say so. Look, I would have been happy if we'd signed either of them, but yeah, Caicedo is showing that. Yeah, showing what a top player he is. Are you worried we don't seem to be winning against top 6 teams? No, I'm not worried because we're picking up results elsewhere. And we're not really losing. The only one we lost to City and Liverpool. We didn't lose to United. We didn't lose to Arsenal. But yeah, look, that is obviously the one thing that is missing is a win against the top team. That is the next thing that we need to achieve this season as a young team. We've got to find a way to get to. You've got to find a way of getting over the line in these big games, and we're getting close. Maresca said we're not far away. I don't believe we are far away, but yeah, we still need to get there, guys. We still need to get there. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens. But we're not far away. But absolutely, I wouldn't say it was a concern, but it's something that does need to be addressed and something that needs to be dealt with. Nah, all good, brother. All good. No problem at all. Yeah, guys, what else are we saying? What else are people saying? Anyone else want to come in? I'm going to go for probably 5-10 more minutes, and then it will be time to wrap up. Guys, we're 5 likes away from 70. Let's get this to 70 likes if we can. That would be fantastic. Not if we can. We're going to get this to 70 likes, guys. So make sure you run up the likes on here. 5 more required. And make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you are new round here as well. Whoever this person is that's joined, that I still can't add you because of the mic and the camera thing. So it's obviously not working. Obviously not working. Yeah, sure, Charlie. But yeah, guys, what else are you saying? Anyone else got any questions about anything? It would be nice if someone wants to come in and have a chat to round things out. That would be appreciated, guys. That would be appreciated. So yeah, link still pinned to the top of the chat, guys. So if you want to come on through, please do. What other news is there to go through? Is there much news to go through? I don't think there is too much else to go through. But let's have a look anyway. Let's have a look anyway. No, I don't think there is. Well, bro, I'd love to share your confidence and your optimism, but I don't believe that's going to be the case, and I don't believe that's going to happen. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that one. You never know. You never know. You do never know, guys. Right. What else are we looking at here? I mean, not really asked, to be perfectly honest. Not too bothered. Is what it is. Did good stuff for us. Hasn't been good for a couple of years. We got good money for him. And yeah, it is what it is. No sleep lost over that one. Yeah. No sleep lost over that one. Guys, 2 more likes to the 50 likes. Make sure, so the 70 likes, sorry. Let's get this to 70 likes, people. Run it up. Thank you for the support, bro. I appreciate it. So honestly incredible that this young team can keep up. Well, I mean, look, I wouldn't say we're keeping up with Liverpool, but yeah, look, we're competing with Arsenal. We're a point behind City. You know, we're doing well. We're doing well. Yes, all good, bro. All good. Hope things are good. Appreciate the support as always. Appreciate the support. We've got Arsenal fans in the building. All love. Everyone's welcome. But yeah, you know, it's interesting, isn't it, people? It is interesting. We're gonna have to remove that because that just is not going to be able to add him. But yeah, guys, link at the top. Link is pinned to the top of the channel. To the top of the chat. Sorry. So yeah, literally, guys, I've got 4 or 5 minutes left, and I've got to shoot. So if someone wants to come in for a quick chat at the end, then yeah, please do hit the link. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Come in and have your say. Come on in and have your say, guys. That would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, look, it's a big week for Chelsea. It's 2 more games. Heidenheim on Thursday should be relatively straightforward. They're 15th in the Bundesliga. A lot of players will be rested. We'll play a totally different 11 to the 11 that will play against Aston Villa at the weekend. And yeah, guys, you know, the show goes on. This is kind of the best time of the year to be a fan. You know, the games are coming thick and fast. There's so much to look forward to. So that for me is the is like what's so great is that we've got games coming thick and fast. We're doing well. You know, anything is possible. Anything is possible, guys. So let's hope for the best. Let's see what we can do. But it is true. Anything is possible this season. And given how tight the league is, given how close everything is, there's no reason why we can't achieve big things. No reason whatsoever why big things cannot be achieved. And I believe that big things will be achieved, guys. I believe big things will be achieved this season. I don't think it'll be an 8-0, but I think it'll be between 3 and 5. Between 3 and 5, in my opinion. Having trouble unmuting the mic. There should just literally be a toolbar at the bottom underneath the screen that's got mute, stop camera, settings, etc. You just switch it to unmute. It should be quite straightforward. Or you might have to unmute it in your settings or something. I'm not too sure. It's hard without seeing. But yeah. Anyway, what else is being said? Any last minute things, guys? Before we round this one out, what are you people saying ahead of this week? Big week ahead. Big week ahead, guys, as always. But yeah, I guess it's time to it's time to focus now. This is where we can really cement our position in the top 4. This is where we can really cement our position in the top 4. And yeah, let's hope we can let's hope we can we can get things moving, we can pick things up. We must to talk about the elite level Badeshil versus Leicester. Yeah, no, he was really, really good. He was really good. He played very well against Liverpool when he came on as a sub. And he played very, very well against Leicester as well. Really good performance, And right now, he's third choice centre back. I think he's moving ahead of Tosin, obviously ahead of Disasi anyway. And yeah, I still believe in him. There's still a very good player there. So yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? But yeah, guys, I am going to round this one out now. I've got to head out. So people, love for all the support, guys. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new round here. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. We're 8 likes away from 80. Smash that like on the way out, guys. Let's get this up to 80 likes if we can. Love for all the support. Big thanks to everyone that called in. The call-in show will now be a weekly thing, guys. So make sure you are tuned in for that one. Maybe the call-in show will be a match reaction after a game potentially, but it will definitely be taking place on a weekly basis so you guys can come in and have your say, and hopefully we'll have more of you calling in next time. But yeah, love for the support, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll be back tomorrow with either an upload or another live stream. And yeah, love for all the support, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we are out of here. Peace.